Yes, today we are going to be solving some more complicated equations. So first off, I want to give you the answers. So if you don't want to listen to this video, you don't have to, but write these numbers by the examples to make sure that you get them. So for you try at 3, you should get 19 over 8, which will convert to a decimal that ends. So if you have a decimal form, that would be okay. For you try at 4, you should get x equals 6. I'm going to do you try at 5 first, so that if you want to see how to do that one, you can watch. For 79, you should get negative 31 over 7. For 81, you should get 2/3. For 83, you should get 35 over 12. For 87, you should get 6. For 89, you should get 11 halves, or 5.5. And 91, you should get negative 4 over 29. So let's go back and do, you try 6 together first. So this, or you try 5, excuse me. This is called a literal equation, and we're trying to solve for r. So we're using all of our same algebra rules, and it's our mission to get r alone. So one thing we can do is just solve it like regular algebra. If the problem was 5 equals 2 minus 3x, you wouldn't have a problem solving for x. So it's basically the same thing that we're doing, except we're trying to solve for r. So our first mission is to get the RC term alone. So we're going to subtract C. So we get S minus C equals negative RC. Then we want to get the R alone. So what's attached to the R? A negative C. So we divide by negative C because it was attached by multiplying. The opposite of multiply is to divide. So we get, for a final answer, you could leave it S minus C over negative C, or you could get negative S plus C divided by C. All right, so once again, if you want to try each of these examples on your own and get the answers that I have listed here, that would be great. I am going to do 81, 83, and 87. I'm sorry, 81 and 89 and 91. If you get stuck on the others, just ask me for help or send me a message and I can show the work. So on 81, you have to start inside this bracket here by distributing the negative 3. Once we make the bracket, you can make it a parenthesis. I like to combine like terms second, or you can distribute the 2, but for me, I like to combine like terms first, then multiply by the 2. Get your y's on one side, your numbers on the other. I like to think about what makes things positive, so I subtract the 3y and I add the 2, but you don't have to do that. 2 equals 3y, divide by 3 to get y alone, y equals 2/3. You can always do the check to make sure you're correct. I recommend it, but on some of these, the checks are more complicated than the problem. I'll do 87. 3, x, distribute this negative in here. So we get minus 2 plus x minus 2x, all in the parenthesis, equals 12 minus 3x. Combine like terms. We get 3 times negative 2. All those x's cancel out. Equals 12 minus 3x. So this one turned out to be pretty nice. I'm going to subtract the 12 to the other side. So I get negative 18 equals negative 3x, divided by negative 3, and x equals 6. All right, when we're dealing with these larger fractions, our strategy for fractions is to get a common denominator. 89 is very tricky because of the subtraction sign right here. So hopefully you're watching this part of the video. This subtraction sign is a big deal. So that's where everyone who's not watching the video, they're going to screw up. But because you're watching the video, you're in luck. So step 1 is to get a common denominator. We want to make the 6 into a 12. So we're going to multiply it by a 2 over 2. 3 minus x over 6. So now that all these are 12s, we can cross it out. So we have 2x minus 5. We have a negative 2 times the 3 minus x to equal 11. We have to be very careful to distribute this negative 2. So we have 2x minus 5 minus 6 plus 2x equals 11. 2x plus 2x is 4x. Minus 11 equals 11. 4x equals 22 when you add the 11 over. Divide by 4. X equals 11 halves, or you might have 5.5. Then the last one. A 4, an 8, and a 12, a common denominator. Can I get them all to be? We can get them to be a 24. So we're going to multiply the first fraction by a 6 over a 6. We're going to multiply the second fraction by a 3 over a 3. This one's adding, so it's not as tricky as the last one. We're going to multiply the second fraction by a 2 over 2. All right, all my denominators are going to be 24, so I can cross them out. I have 6 times 2x minus 1 plus 3 times 3x plus 4 equals 2 times 1 minus 4x. So 12x minus 6 plus 9x plus 12 equals 2 minus 8x. Combine my terms. I get 21x plus 6 equals 2 minus 8x. Get x's on one side, numbers on the other. So I have a 29x plus 6 equals 2. Subtract the 6. I get 29x equals 4. Negative 4, excuse me, divided by the 29. X equals negative 4 over 29. Awesome job. That check would be super nasty, so we don't necessarily want to do it. Hopefully all the other ones worked out for you. If you need any assistance, just ask me or send me a Teams message. I'm always happy to help you. Good luck, and hope you rock solving equations. Thank you so much.